Jony Ive confirms he's working with Sam Altman on a secret project. X is now complying with orders from Brazil's Supreme Court. And is Qualcomm eyeing a takeover of Intel? It's Monday, September 23rd, and this is Engadget News. Rumors emerged last year of a collaboration between former Apple designer Jony Ive and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, but the two have, until now, kept quiet about it. In a profile by the New York Times that was published this weekend, Ive confirmed his company Lovefrom is leading the design on an AI product being built with Altman. Also on board are Tang Tan and Evans Hankey, both of whom held big design roles at Apple. There's so far a team of about 10 employees involved with the project, based in a San Francisco office building that's one of several properties I've purchased on a single city block. But we still do not know much about the product that they're working on. The report describes Tan and Hankey wheeling chairs between the Lovefrom properties that were topped by papers and cardboard boxes with the earliest ideas for a product that uses AI to create a computing experience that is less socially disruptive than the iPhone. Since I've left Apple in 2019 to start Lovefrom, the design firm has worked on a typeface and even a red clown nose. But we haven't seen much in the way of hardware. Just a $60,000 turntable. While an AI product seems to be on the horizon, there's currently no timeline for when it will make its debut. X is reportedly reversing course after weeks of refusing to comply with conditions set by the Brazilian Supreme Court that would allow it to operate in the country again. According to the New York Times, the company's lawyers said in a Friday court filing that X has named a legal representative in Brazil, as demanded by Justice Alexandre de Moraes, and removed accounts that the judge had identified as a threat to democracy, along with paying the fines it owned. But the publication also reports that the Brazil Supreme Court has said X did not submit all the necessary paperwork, and now has 5 days to do so. The paperwork X failed to submit would prove it formally appointed a legal representative in Brazil, as required by Brazilian law. The company has been working to restore service to users in Brazil after it was blocked at the end of August, and briefly came back online earlier last week, but it said that was inadvertent and temporary. Brazil has threatened X and Starlink with daily fines of nearly $1 million if they do not comply with the ban in the country. Justice Moraes also made it so users in Brazil could be fined roughly $9,000 if caught using a VPN to access X. The company's latest move is a step toward resolving the issue and potentially bringing X back to Brazil legally. It seems that Qualcomm sees Intel's struggling business as a potential opportunity. The San Diego-based chipmaker also reportedly expressed an interest in taking over Intel in recent days, according to a new report in the Wall Street Journal. Though the report cautions that such a deal is far from certain, it would be a major upheaval in the U.S. chip industry. It would also, as the WSJ notes, likely raise antitrust questions. But Qualcomm's reported interest in a takeover underscores just how much Intel's business has struggled over the last year. Intel announced plans to cut 15,000 jobs last month, as its quarterly losses climbed to $1.6 billion. Its foundry business is also struggling, with an operating loss of $2.8 billion last quarter. CEO Pat Gelsinger announced plans last week to separate its foundry business into a separate unit from the rest of Intel. Intel declined to comment on the report. Qualcomm did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from weekend editor Cheyenne McDonald and senior editor Carissa Bell. It was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.